Greg Ruff and David Head, the director of golf here at Trevecca, joins us, and you've had a busy 4.5 months, somewhere in that range. You came on in December, replacing Michael Johnson on the women's side and Robbie Wilson on the men's side. Just talk about the progression over these few months and how you feel right now.
Yeah, it was a great spring semester, great first half year on the job for me. I learned a lot. I think the team is progressing the way I want them to, and we're excited going forward.
Well, it's a unique deal, and you've been around golf a long time. For a coach to come in mid-season, golf's kind of interesting that you have a fall semester, and it's really important. The biggest importance, though, is the spring, where you have the postseason tournaments and not. Just talk about that transition and how that has played out in your mind.
Yeah, as a coach, you just kind of want to put your players in the best position possible for them to succeed, and Robbie and Michael had both done very good jobs with that with their teams respectively. So I just kind of stepped in and rode the players' coattails, but yeah, it's we're looking forward to again next year, and I think we're setting ourselves up for a good couple years.
You end the regular season, and then you head into the GMAC championship. Some cold weather, some elements there. The men's team gets 15 down going into the final thing. But in the end, you get a medalist and 2 championships. Talk about that.
Yeah, the guys' side of the tournament was really exciting. We were down 15 shots going into the last round, and in college golf, that's not necessarily an insurmountable lead. Obviously, we were able to come back and win, but it's not quite as big of a lead as maybe some people think it is. So you got 5 players playing, and you get rough weather like we had with the wind blowing, and the golf ball was going everywhere. So it was a great comeback win for the guys, and we're really excited to be a part of that.
That turns us to talking about the women a little bit. They kind of dominated in that tournament, as some of them had talked about. They said, we only won by 1 last year. We wanted to make sure that we didn't do that again. And they did that. And then you got some help from 2 ladies. I know you want to talk about them, too. Lauren Harvey and Anna Laura Garro, who came in and helped you guys out late in the season.
Boy, they sure did. We were in a little bit of a situation with their women's team, and they stepped up and helped us out big time, and I can't thank them enough for what they did. They got an introduction to college golf, and that's a little different than just playing casual golf with your family or something like that. But they were huge, and we wouldn't be where we are without the fact that they made a sacrifice for our team, our women's team.
And then a couple of days ago, you get an email, and you've got the young ladies sitting with you. Just talk about how you found out about Alexa Rippy making the Super Regional.
Yeah, Alexa and I were sitting in my office, and we were talking. We knew about the time that the notification was going to come to us, whether she got an invite or not, and we were supposed to sit in my office, and I got the email, and I turned my computer around where she could see it. We opened up the email together, and she got the last spot, and she stood up. We gave each other a big high five. It was great. I was really proud of her.
It's really a neat moment in the history of the golf program, and it's kind of neat for you to be able to experience that just coming in like this. But how do you prepare somebody now from, winning the conference championship, won 2 out of her last 3 tournaments, and she's a sophomore, and she's just finding that mental approach. She's finding her game. She's finding her confidence. Just talk about her and where she's at.
Yeah, she's grown up a lot this semester. She's really turned into a good, strong player, and she's maturing a lot. And sometimes when somebody's playing well, the last thing you want to do as a coach is get in their way and start saying a bunch of stuff you probably shouldn't say. So I'm just going to try to stay out of her way. I feel like I've got a good enough relationship with her and I know her well enough where at the NCAA regionals we're getting ready to go to, where if she gets into a little trouble, I kind of know when to say something and when not to. But I want to get out of her way, and she's playing great right now, and I'm sure she's going to do fine up there.
She's going to be playing at Cog Hill, and that's a name that a lot of people in the world of golf are familiar with. It's kind of neat to get to play at a place like that, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's going to be an honor for her and a privilege for me just to go and walk alongside with her. I kind of wish I was taking my golf clubs as well, but yeah, Cog Hill's a historical place. They've had major championships there. The PGA Tour's had a tournament there in the past, so anytime you get a chance to play like that, maybe you've seen it on TV and you get to play in some of those holes that you're familiar with, that's a kind of a neat experience.
I think it's interesting. You and Alexa both have mentioned this is great, but we're not saying this is the end.
No, not at all.
Even for this year.
Not at all. Yeah, this is just the regionals, and it's a great accomplishment for her to get as far as she has. But I told her the other day, I said, look, I want you to be cautiously optimistic that you can do this. There's no reason why you can't advance on to the national championship, and if she goes out and plays the way she's capable of playing, then things will take care of themselves.
All right, so we look forward to 2015, 2016. You get to exhale a little bit in the summer. Not a whole lot, because I know you're recruiting already, and you're looking at scheduling and all that kind of stuff. You told me just a minute ago, everybody's on board, everybody's coming back, everybody's got the right mental attitude coming into next year already.
That's correct. Yeah, the guys team, we came up a little short this year making NCAA regionals for the guys team, so they're going to use that next year, kind of being snubbed or passed over, however you want to say it. They're going to use that as motivation for next year. We've already talked about that a lot, and they're excited. They're ready to play. They're all going to play a lot this summer in tournaments around the state of Tennessee and maybe southeast or United States. But we've got goals and we've got expectations for both teams, and we're going to go out there and do the best we can to accomplish that.
He's David Head. He's the director of golf here at Trevecca for the men's and women's team, and he's taken one of his golfers to the Super Regional, the East Super Regional, up in Chicago. We thank you for watching. Keep up with Alexa and all the golf teams at tnewtrojans.com.